gist of all of these books, right, is like we're not here for the plot, really. Like that
Mhm.
is somewhat important, but we're here for the schmang. It's really just we're here for the group bang.
Well,
Welcome
your face that entire time.
to the cult of
Cool.
books. We're
We're your
your leaders.
leader. I'm Natasha.
I'm Janie, and we have a special guest today.
Mhm.
Howdy.
That's Jill
I'm
or
Jill.
JoJo. We will insert where you can find Jill at on the internet spaces.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Yes.
today we're gonna be talking about dark-ish, reverse harem, wide shoes books with
Mhm.
our with our expert here, uh, Jill.
resident
Um,
expert. Your
you are
service.
you are the legal expert on our team here at the pod. Um, so yeah, you guys, this is probably definitely not safe for work. Um,
Our little ones.
probably not this episode, no.
No.
So
It is
yeah,
spoiler free, but not
yeah.
safe for work.
No spoilers, but probably inappropriate. Sorry, dogs.
So no spoilers.
No
Probably
spoilers.
no spoilers. No.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
if it is, we'll fix that. But
Okay.
We're gonna talk
so
in general.
yeah.
Got it. Got it.
But I see that you did DNF some books, and you could say like
Oh my god.
why
So
if it's not
many.
spoilers.
Yeah.
One of them you DNF'd is on my list of what to read. So I'm like,
Really?
oh,
Okay. Wait. Can we talk about which one? Now I really want to know.
Den of Vipers.
Oh.
Okay. So to get this started, Den of Vipers. It's really good.
Okay.
It's not that it's bad. I just got bored. Like towards
Okay.
the end of the book, I just got kind of bored. I'm more of a fantasy girly. I'm trying to get more into like the mafia romance kind of ones, but a lot of the ones I DNF'd were like not fantasy or just written really badly. But Den of Vipers, it's not badly written. The characters are good. The plot bored me at the end.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's because that's on my bookshelf too, actually. So
I
Yes.
don't want to like dissuade you guys from reading it because it is a good book. The characters are good. It's just the plot for me was not it.
okay,
Good to know.
that's fair. That's fair.
I don't mind
Now,
plots.
this is a book that's about five dudes and a girl, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Because I think I've stumbled across a couple of YouTube videos about this, and then the Eternal Endings. Hey, shout out to Eternal Endings in Snohomish, Washington. The bookstore owner was talking to me about this book and was like, "Oh, girl, you're gonna love this book right here. You're gonna love it." And I was like, "Okay," but then I heard some shit on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh
Ooh.
no!" But that's from kind of like a haterade
Mhm.
giving YouTuber, so we'll see what I think, I guess. I don't have the same opinions as like a lot of people that like don't like shit. So,
Me too.
yeah.
And it's actually four guys. Sorry, my bad. It's
Oh,
four guys and
period.
one girl.
Well, now I'm
Okay.
not reading it.
Bro, if
We're
it's
down
not
a
over
guy.
5, how can you even call it a harem?
Right? No.
Honestly.
You know, somebody I was like looking, so I was like, how many books are there? Are there any that I want to read for like the wide shoes reverse harem stuff? And they still have Blood of Hercules and Bonds of Hercules on there, and I'm like, that's more of a throuple.
Yeah, I just put it because,
Yeah.
I'd still because I put the female too. That's also no, that one's not a throuple. Sorry, there's three guys. But like, it's still kind of like it's not just one guy. So it was like I don't know what else I would put it as. I don't think you guys are doing a throuple episode, so
Yeah, it's kind of like
No.
poly, white shoes, reverse harem, like all of the above,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I was like,
agree.
huh. But I said like white shoes specifically, and I was like, that's not white shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, so right, for Bonds of Hercules and Blood of Hercules, she didn't get a choice. They chose her.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
Yeah,
actually, she did kind of have to choose between, Karen and Augustus or Achilles and whatever the fuck the other guy's name is.
Patro.
Patro. Yeah.
I can't choose, so I say all four.
There you go.
Even with the insane arc that we just got in the last book, right? How they just like turned into the shittiest human beings
Oh
ever
my god.
to
Piss me
exist.
off.
Hmm.
You know what? That's what toxic exes are. Shitty, but sometimes the
There you
sex is
go.
good.
Okay, I can see where you're going with that, and you raise a fair point. So you raise a fair point. You're still writing for that. You're still writing
I
hard for
am.
that. I love that. Don't lose that. Don't lose that.
I won't. I won't. I'm still gonna read the next one, but I'm gonna be disappointed.
Big time.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch our Bonds of Hercules episode.
Mhm.
Jill
Yeah,
was also in that.
exactly. I was just about to say that.
Hi.
Yes.
If
Oh
you
my
if
god.
you like JoJo, I'm in that episode too.
Hey, if you like me, come and find me.
Oh, so you definitely have a lot more on your list than I do. But I'm also like, I've read like multiple by an author, and I'm like, I just put one of hers because I'm like, I read multiple by this author.
Yeah,
Couple authors.
I mean, most of them are like series. So,
Mhm.
like, Psycho Shifters, that's series. I kind of stopped at the next part of the series, which is like something Academy. It's like Fae Academy or something. But
Okay,
I
yeah.
just I wasn't feeling the main character in that
Mhm.
one. Like it's the same kind of thing as like I was trying to tell you guys before with Bonds of Hercules, where they introduce two characters kind of towards the end of the series, and then she kind of leads it on to be that, oh, this strong woman's gonna be the next FMC of the next books. And I just, I wasn't really vibing with her. I might go back and finish them
Mhm.
because I have heard that they're good, but I needed a break from it, and I've been taking a long break.
I get that.
I I did like the Psycho Shifters series. That one is Omegaverse, so you got your alphas, you got your betas, omegas, and in that one, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, so maybe I shouldn't say it, but there's something special about the main character,
Hmm.
the FMC,
Okay.
which is like
Uh,
not usual in their universe, at least for the Omegaverse.
every time I've like went to go and pick up the Psycho Shifters book just to even look at it, something like draws me away from it. I'm not sure what it is. It just doesn't it's not capturing me the same way. I don't know. I
Um,
I kind of want to read it, but I'm also like if I never do, I'm not going to be sad about it.
Yeah, I mean that one is definitely a good for dipping your toes into the Omegaverse
Okay.
because they make it pretty like easy to understand, I would say.
Mhm.
But you also might get a little bit lost because I know you, Janie, haven't like had much experience with Omegaverse, so you might be
Right.
a little bit confused on that. But I think they do a good job of trying to explain it. But that one's also another one where it's three guys, so it's a smaller
Hmm.
reverse harem.
That's on my list too. Like Psycho Shifters, I have it on my Kindle, so I'm like, I need to read this.
You should start it, Natasha, and then if you feel like this is something that I would actually like, 'cause you know like what I'm into,
Yeah,
then you should be like then tell me and I guess I'll read it.
I guess.
We'll see what the wait
Definitely
time
not.
is on Livy.
I know anytime I'm like, Janie, you have to read this book, I'm like, oh yeah, she's gonna get to it in like
A
3 to
year.
4 business months.
Literally. Literally though, it's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. Although I've been kind of clipping through books at like a pretty healthy pace this month. This month has actually been good.
Good.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, I ended up getting a lot more arcs than I had originally anticipated. So
Oh
throwing
shit.
throwing that into the mix of like what I wanted to read for November has like shifted it quite a bit for me. So I like but luckily I'm over half of the way through two of the arcs, so I think I'm going to get them done in a reasonable time to then get back into my November TBR. It's kind of all a mess, but I have a why choose. I hope it's going to be a why choose. I think it is going to be a why choose book in my November TBR, which is Five Brothers by Penelope
Okay.
Douglas. Have you
That's on
guys?
my list.
Dying
It
to
is
hear
okay.
about that.
I think it is
I'm
a white
dying to
shoes.
hear about that. You
Okay,
got to tell me if you like it and if I should pick it up.
I
Is it?
will.
Doesn't Penelope Douglas write a lot of white shoes? Doesn't she also write like Credence? And isn't that a white shoes?
No, I think
Yes.
Credence. Oh, really? I thought Credence was by what's her face? The one that everybody like hates now that has
No,
the movie.
no, it's Penelope
Colleen
Douglas.
Hoover.
Yeah, I thought it was Colleen Hoover.
I
I
think
thought
it's.
she
Are you
might be
thinking of
different.
Verity?
Yes, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
is Credence a spicy book? Offers a fascinating and spicy dynamic that keeps you engaged. Yeah, it's spicy.
So yes, Credence is about a girl, her
I have that
That's like
right.
uncle,
family, but not family, right?
Her
her
step uncle or
yeah.
like her
Yeah,
her dad's step
yeah,
brother or something,
weird.
and his two sons, and they're in an isolated cabin in Colorado. It says.
Oh
I
God.
have heard that it is really like not great.
I've heard both.
I so and that's it. So it's another one of those books where I'm like I feel like to actually give it a good determination on like what is in the middle of because I feel like I'm a pretty like can't really be swayed. I either like something or I think it's okay. And that's like kind
Mhm.
of it for me. Or I fucking hate it and I DNF it. Like
Yep.
there's no I don't force myself to read through things that I don't like. So that would be something that I would
Like
want to
Savage Six.
try.
I
Well,
was
yeah, exactly.
gonna say, if you
I
force yourself.
I hated the Savage 6 absolutely,
Awful.
but I
Awful.
needed I needed to see my way through it. Period. I was
You
too I
try to
was too far in, man.
you try to get me
Hmm.
to read it. I started like 2 pages. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "I don't like this."
See,
that's
but like
that's
I
fair.
think the first book was actually good. Like
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that first book.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
just the first book.
Yeah. None of the rest of the books awful, absolute trash.
there's
First book really good in my opinion because like the concept was good. You know, she started the plot off pretty good with like a lot of mysteries that made you want to keep reading. But then, you know, she just second and third books, she just like dragged you along, no plot, you know, and then just like Janie and I were talking about, like she just crammed everything into the last book, left a lot of plot holes, and
Hmm.
just it felt like she didn't have enough time, but she did. If she didn't, you know, just drag it and have nothing going on in the second and third books, like it would have been so much better.
Ah, okay.
So the Savage Six is basically about a girl and she's got a vampire, three wolves, right?
That's why you read
Yeah.
it as vampire.
Yes, that is why.
Wait, is it
um
3 wolves or 4 wolves?
well, let's see. Lincoln, Asher, the dark-haired one.
The dark haired one.
and oh, and the
There's
fighter.
yeah.
And the fighter
Tatum.
one.
Isn't one of them Tatum or is that the girl's name?
Tatum
The
is
fighter
yeah, he's the
and
dark-haired one and then the fighter,
yeah.
which is his
Yeah,
name
yeah,
is like
whatever.
Waylon or something, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
Waylon.
yeah. Waylon.
But
Wait,
the
hang on,
yeah.
I'll find
Those are the wolves' names. So the vampire's name is I don't remember what the vampire's name is. God damn it. But it's like, so it's like a found family, um, memory wiped, kind of like back and forth in time, talisman, magical, academic set. So
Yeah.
there's a shit ton of tropes basically all in one for this series.
Okay.
And so, it's easily digestible. I feel like if you've ever read fantasy ever before, it's easily digestible. She
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
go too into the weeds about the Omegaverse stuff, and she doesn't go too into the weeds about the vampire stuff. They were basically
Mhm.
presented with the fact that they are werewolves and there is a vampire, but besides that, the politicking behind it, we have no fucking idea. None of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, so it's like it's lacking that, but if you're purely in it for, you know, the reverse harem of it all, you're gonna get that. You are gonna get that. Which is fine. Is it like the best, most well done?
Wilder.
Wilder. Yeah,
Yep. Sorry.
whatever. Yeah, that's the fighter wolf. See, I knew it was like
Mhm.
W something.
And Blaze is the vampire. Blaze.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's all over the place. It has every trope that you can possibly throw into something in one series, with little to no explanation.
Hmm.
You're just kind of along for the ride of it, and you kind of hope that it develops more, and it just never really does. And I think that that's what Jill and I's like biggest issue with it really was, is that it just
Hmm.
was too much with not
Hmm.
enough.
Oh yeah.
I get
Like
it. Yeah.
I agree 100%. I feel like there wasn't a lot of character development. Like you think she's gonna go, you know, there's that one character Tatum, and he's very like damaged, has a dark past, has a lot of trauma, and then we just don't really, get into his character and like any real healing from the trauma or anything. And then there's Lincoln, who's, kind of like a dickhead to her, the main character, like the whole time. And then, all of a sudden he's not. And it doesn't really, there's no like character development for their like personalities. They kind of stay mostly the same, except like we'll randomly, oh, actually I admit I like you kind of thing. And it just didn't feel like the characters were well developed to me.
hmm
Okay.
This is a KU exclusive series that she published really quickly. Like
Um.
we got the series of I believe there's 4 books, 4 or 5.
Yep.
We got them all within like a year, something like
Oh
that.
wow.
So it was like it was published really quickly. What drew me to it initially was that I got it in. I get like a million book emails a day, legitimately. I've signed up for so much shit, and I read them all. Um, this was at the bottom of one, like a suggested like series to start, and I really liked the cover. So the cover art is like done very well. And that kind of
Hmm.
like reeled me in. And then I read the first book, I think within a day or two, and then I was like, Jill, you gotta read this book. And Jill liked the first book, and then we jumped into the second one. So we did this as a buddy read. And we jumped into
Hmm.
the second one, and it just kind of, yeah, it lost its momentum big time with the second one. And then by the third one, I was like, but I gotta finish it.
I
Um,
think you were reading the second one when we met Ellie Hazelwood because you were telling me about it, and you're like, the first one is good. I was like, okay.
I had hope. That's you met me when I still had hope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So unfortunately, um, my hope got crushed and my dreams were squandered. But
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's all
It'll
I
work
good.
out.
think a book that really like did that better, it was a similar kind of thing, was Cursed Legacies. That's another Why Choose. I don't think you guys have read that yet, but it's kind of like a
Uh-uh.
similar kind of situation where she's put in an academy, and she ends up finding like these guys. I forget how many she has. I think it's either 4 or 5, but they're all like different. Like one's like an elemental, one's like a vampire, and like it's that kind of situation, except that one had a lot more character development. The main character was way more interesting. She had a lot of development, and like the relationships were actually felt like fully fleshed out in that one. I did not finish it yet, but I think I was like halfway through the first book or just starting the last book, and it was still really good. So I think you should try
Nice.
that one.
Yeah,
I
your
think
list
that
is
would
also
be
like my
good.
shopping list now. I'm like, let's see.
I
Because
will
some of them I
say,
So
have read, so
I will say
I
that
love
Jill
Little
has
Sam.
really good taste in books too.
Thank you.
So like she's never led me astray. I've led her astray, but she's never led me astray. I have to, hey, you know what? I have to own it. I have to own it. So
gotta
I mean,
own
I
your
sometimes,
don't
list.
think you led me astray. You just didn't know what was gonna happen.
yeah,
If
sure,
you like book one, you think you're gonna like book two, and then it's like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this shit?
you know,
It's like season one of a show. Season one's great. Season two, you're like, okay. And then season three, you're like, great, but that didn't happen, it sounds like.
no, yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I'm
So,
noticing you have a lot more like fantasy, as you said, books. I'm like, I have like
Oh yeah.
three. Maybe four if you count the Blood series. I have another one that I'm in the middle of, but I'm taking my time because I'm scared it's gonna go like too much filler. So I'm
mhm,
like,
Oh
I don't
no.
want that to happen.
mhm.
It's on KU, but it starts like real world. It starts in Washington actually, and then she's transported to this other world, and I'm like, okay, they're like fae males, shadow daddies, yes.
Okay, period.
uh, Bonded by Thorns by Elizabeth Helen. I'm
Oh, oh, we're
on the
getting some
third
audio
one, and I'm
freezing.
taking my
Not
time.
heard of that one yet. But
Yeah,
it sounds I mean that sounds interesting. I'd definitely give it a go.
yeah, it's four guys. They each have like a different element, like world they're from, like a season, like winter, spring,
Oh,
all this
that's
stuff. So,
cool.
and they're all the four princes that have like the most power, so they all live together in a castle, but they're cursed by forgot his name. But so yeah, it's
Come on.
I forgot his name. But there's also you see him and he's kind of into the girl too. So it's like four guys, five guys, how many guys?
The guy that cursed all the princes is also into her too.
Hmm.
Isn't he? Isn't he like an ancient being or age? It doesn't. Okay,
No, he's about the same age as the guys.
got it. So it was like a jealousy issue. He was like, "You princes, cursed."
I think so. I haven't found out exactly why,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm on the third book and you're kind of traveling in the different like courts, I guess,
Mm,
between them. So the second one was this one, a certain one. The third one where I'm at, I think is summer.
mm.
Um, and there's one of them. This is the summer guy. He has like his culture basically wear like full knighted armor. Like you don't take your helmet off, nothing. So
Oh
she's
my
never seen his
god.
face.
Bro, how are you gonna be? How are
That's
you?
interesting.
Bro, how do you
I
fuck?
think like
What are you
with your
talking
wife or
about?
something you can.
How do you fuck? What
I
do
don't know.
you
I'm not there
mean?
yet. I'm not there yet. I'm taking
Obviously
my
there's gonna be a
time.
big reveal with the armor off, and she's gonna be like, "Holy shit, he's so hot,
Wouldn't it be funnier though if he was like just okay
ugly."
looking? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like
Right? I
he's like
know.
really mid, and she's like, well, but his personality is so good.
Like he's fine. He's got a big dick.
After I took off his sheath, I've noticed his large cock.
I don't know if there's
That
four or
was
five
casting
books.
note.
There's gonna be a lot of those books. I'm on three, and I know there's four. There might be a fifth. I might be wrong. I said I'm taking my sweet freaking time because it
That's
took me a
funny.
second to get through the second one, and then I binged through it, and I started the third. I'm like, I'm scared.
I will say that the theme, the kind of the gist of all of these books, right, is like we're not here for the plot, really. Like that
Mhm.
is somewhat important, but we're here for the schmang. It's really just we're here for the group bang.
That's
If there's
true.
a plot, great.
If there's a plot, awesome. I'm probably gonna stick around and read the rest of the books if there's a plot. But if there's
Exactly.
not a plot, I'm here for the
Like
vibes.
I see Jill and I have the same one as our absolute favorite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac.
So
Mhm.
good. It is so good.
Okay.
The
One thing
plot
that
is
pisses
well.
me off though, I hate Gabriel's tattoos. Like every fan art of him, it looks so stupid. They look
Yeah.
like doodles, and like even the one that she used like for one of the covers, the tattoos look so stupid.
I know. I'm like,
Insert
okay,
the
I picture them
picture.
different. Yeah. I'll find because I always because the books there's 5 books. Yeah, 5 books. So it's one girl, 4 guys, and so
Mhm.
each person's on a cover. And I will find Gabriel's because I don't remember which one he was because I read it on Kindle, so I just kind of flew through him. Um,
Yeah,
that
he was
was
the harpy.
I know Gabriel's my absolute favorite out of those. I love Gabriel. Like,
He
oh my god.
I loved Gabriel, but it kind of irritated me about like how long it takes him to like
I know.
come around, you know.
That yeah. That irritated me, but like I also loved Ryder. So I was like, I'll
Oh my
hate
god,
Gabriel,
I think
but I'll go
Ryder
with
was
Ryder.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryder
He
Bro,
and
I love
Dante, oh my god.
some of this fan
Ryder and
art.
Leo.
Yeah,
Don't
okay.
look up span art. It'll spoil shit in the book.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, be
Too
careful with
late.
that.
Too late.
Go away. You're gonna get spoilers.
No, but that book, that's my all-time favorite because
Yeah.
female main character, she's so compelling. She has a great
Mhm.
story. Like she has more than just like herself. Like she
Feminine
has this whole
wiles.
family thing going on that she's looking into, and
Hmm.
like there's a lot of mystery with that. But then
Yeah.
also each of the guys, their character arcs are crazy.
So crazy. They're
Absolutely love
so
it.
good.
Yes, and like they're like I was saying before, they're fully fleshed out. Like that's what I need. I need like as much as I love spice, I love reverse harem so much that like I want there to be plot. I want there to be great world building, but like most of these they just like, throw them out there and hope it sticks. But this one,
Yeah.
world building's amazing. Like, it's a spin-off to Zodiac Academy, so you already have a ton of world building from that. And each of the characters, they really get a well-developed, whole backstory. They
Hmm.
grow so much. Like there's relationships like between the guys, like not like
Mm.
really
Sexual.
sexual relationships, but like they grow their relationships between them. Like there's a big
Yeah.
rivalry between the two of them, and like they have
Huge.
to figure that out. And it's just
I will say I
just
did cry during book 5. Like
oh my
that
god, how could
big
you not?
battle, you know what
How
I'm
could
talking
you
about. Like I
not?
cried. I was like, but
My
it is
sister
so
stopped
good.
reading it because she thought like what
That
happened in the battle.
you
And
gotta
I'm like,
finish the
no, you
chapter.
have to. I was like, you have to keep reading it, and then she refuses. She won't finish it,
Oh my god, it's so
and
good.
I was so mad.
I followed the read order. I think it's That Girl Reads did, where you read the first 3 Zodiac, because then you get the world, you
Hmm.
get the like everything, and then you read the entire Ruthless Boy series, all
Hmm.
5, and then you go back to 4. And that helped a lot because I was like, I know what's coming on. I know people, and I had some guesses of things that I predicted. I was like, I'm smart.
Yeah, I think
But
I read to like 6 or 7, and then I started Ruthless Boys because that was like before all the books were out yet.
oh,
Mm.
okay.
And because like when people say like, oh, you gotta read it in this order, and I just don't care. So I read as much as I could of Zodiac Academy because I was absolutely hooked. Favorite book
Hmm.
series ever. And then
It's
I was
really
like, I
good.
need more. And then I went on to Ruthless Boys, and then
I was
Darkmoor Penitentiary.
I need to read that still. I said I'm finishing Zodiac still. I'm like I need to finish that, and then I'm gonna move on to Darkmoor because that's White Cheese also, right?
Yeah, that's also why I choose. That follows Rosalie,
Mm-hmm.
who is Dante's cousin. She's also a
Yes,
wolf, but she's a special wolf, which I
that's
do like.
right.
I do like that they have that kind of intrigue with her.
Hmm.
Like, although Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac, there wasn't that much unique about the main character. I forget her name because she's kind of just like a regular vampire.
Elise.
But like, yeah, Elise. Her family was kind of interesting though in that
Hmm.
regard. But like, Rosalie, she's different. She's a moon wolf, and like she gets special powers with that you'll have to see in Darkmoor Penitentiary. But
I know
that
of at
series,
least one guy, so I'm like very excited.
hmm
So
that
I'm like,
series
ooh.
has how many guys? Let's see. There's the wolf. There's the I won't spoil too much, but there's the guy that we get like a new species. That's what I like is when they have the
Ooh,
new species that we get to see. And then there's the guy she went in there for.
that's the wolf.
And then no,
No,
no, that was
just
the
kidding.
that
He's a
was the
lion.
lion. Yeah, Nemean
I
lion.
forgot.
Oh yeah, and then there's a fourth. So there's four guys. I won't
Hell
spoil
yeah.
who the fourth guy is.
Hell yeah. I love the different species. Like my friends and I
Hmm.
did like the test, and I think I was a sphinx.
What?
Oh,
There's a test? There's like a quiz?
Mm-hmm.
Can
At first I
is it
got
a
you
like,
Zodiac Academy one?
can you
uh-huh.
send me the quiz, please?
Yes,
I
I
I
want to
will
want to
do
take this
it.
quiz like now.
I will send it. I forgot where it's at, but at first I was a Tibetan rat, and I was like, fuck that. I don't want to be a Tibetan rat.
Oh God, that's the worst species you could be.
I know.
Our rat princess in the chat.
Queenie's gonna be like, "What the fuck? What is this
I
thing
am,
that I am?"
but maybe it'll,
Help get you into it,
yeah,
yeah.
get me along
Mhm.
here.
Because some of the species I don't remember meeting in the first three zodiacs, and then you meet them more like later on. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I know what the species is.
Hmm. And then there's even more. I don't know if you started reading her newer series that just came out about
No.
the there's like they mention it a few times in Zodiac Academy, but there's also like kind of far away, there's like this never-ending war kind of
Yes.
or something, and we follow them in the newer series that doesn't really have anything to do with Zodiac Academy, but it's still the same kind of world building,
Cool.
like it's in the same world and everything, but you get to meet new species again, which I absolutely love,
I
and
Mm.
it's
love that.
very, very interesting.
I love the sisters. They're so
Oh
good.
my God.
The
They're
Twisted
such great
sisters.
writers. Carolyn
Mhm.
Peckham and I forget the other sister's name.
Susan Valenti, I think.
Oh, Susan, yeah, Susan
Yeah.
Valenti.
I
I
didn't
will
realize that they
say,
were sisters.
They're sisters.
Whoa.
that's
They're
gonna
the
be awkward
Twisted
writing this
sisters.
spice.
I
Writing
know.
this spice with your sister.
I'm gonna go write the sex for this guy. You write the sex for this
Yeah.
guy.
Oh my god. That's
Okay.
I will
crazy.
say though, there are other series that aren't Zodiac Academy related. I was not as big of fans
Oh.
of. I read, I think one was like Devious Gods or something. It's like this vampire one.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
then one that I have on my list, which is also another Why Choose, the Harley Quinn crew. It was
Mm.
like, it was eh. That one's like mafia romance, and it was like,
Okay.
eh,
What made it
it's kind of
just like
mid.
not as interesting?
So the main character, she's kind of boring. You know, she's like basically she has these childhood friends, right? And then they like broke her heart and kind of forced her to run away from the town that she was living in, which I forget exactly if it was West Coast or East Coast, but it was kind of like a Cape Cod kind of town to
Mm-hmm.
me. I don't remember exactly where it was. It might have been on the West Coast, but like a beachy town, and then like she gets into some trouble, and then she ends up back in town where her, you know, childhood friends are, and then they try to get her to leave, but then they also end up having to like protect her, and it's just her character. I just really didn't like her character. The
Mm.
guys were pretty good, kind of boring though again, and like it's hard for me to get into things that aren't fantasy. I think that's a big problem I have is reading books that are not fantasy. A lot of times I get bored.
Bro's trying to escape for real.
Yeah, exactly.
I
What
get
I'm
that.
saying.
That's fair.
Yeah, a couple of them I said are fantasy more like real life. But I'm like, okay. But I think I like those because I'm like, maybe it could happen.
There you go. No,
Your girl's single, okay?
Natasha, it loves to like be like, I'm gonna insert myself, And this book is
Yeah.
like this book's I am the main character. Like every time we talk, you're like, so it's happening to us right now, me and you, because
Yeah.
we're Alexis.
No,
Yes.
literally, I
That
always
was
have to
half my
put myself
voices.
in the story. And if I
Me
don't
too.
like the main character, then it's like I'm not going to be able to put myself into that role if I don't like them.
That's fair.
I'm like, I would have acted differently. Okay, this is how you should have
Yeah.
reacted.
Yeah, you're a
I would have
stupid
done this
bitch.
differently. Yeah. That's really
Exactly.
valid.
But also, I've read 2 books, same author, same universe, with 10 guys that I'm like, that'd be a
Oh,
Oh
lot.
my.
wow.
So how do they possibly write that? I
Rotate? I don't know.
Honestly.
rotate. I'm dead. But like I get that how they write that part, but I'm like how do you write 10 different dudes? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
and
I
how
like
do
know.
you I don't even know.
have different
That's what I'm
personalities
saying
and like
Yeah.
because I
character
know 10
development.
different people and y'all some of y'all blur the lines. I'm like, who told me that the other day? It was some people are just
Right?
too goddamn similar and yeah,
Like,
how do you
how fleshed out do they have this? Because the first one is 10 Hammers, which is a like adopted stepbrother type things. It's one of those the parents like adopted a bunch of kids,
Oh
and they all work
god.
together,
I don't
and
know
they're
if
on
I
a
can do
reality
that.
show like Home Improvement, and
They're
this is like
on
their
a
neighbor's
reality
childhood.
TV show?
The show just ended, but their friend who also worked with them on the show, like has like loved them, and like they all love her, and they all like fuck. And the second one is her friend, 10 Mountain Men. She like runs into town guys who are like big burly guys, and
Oh
yeah.
no. I don't know about this one. I don't know about that.
You know what? They're short, quick,
You
like
lost
200 something
me.
pages.
You lost me at the Home Improvement TV show. That's where you lost. I was like, I don't. Immediately.
You're no, you start with the show ending. Like the show like wrapped the series, like, and then they're like off doing something.
You
I forget. I
know,
think they're just going home.
I think at that moment I would be like, mm-mm,
You're like, I don't want
mm-mm.
HGTV. No, thank you.
I don't because
Yeah.
I'm also thinking of like Home Improvement, like the TV show.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't
I
want
don't
the
need Tim
I
Allen,
don't want the man over the
Alan.
fence.
Oh my god.
but he was the greatest. No,
I don't want to conjugate anything with him.
no,
Ew.
no. This is more like HGTV Home Improvement.
Oh my god.
You're doing a bad job of
I know.
telling me why I should
There,
read this. It's not.
but it's those
You're making us
cheesy
not want
romance.
to read it.
It's those cheesy romances, and it's just one of those. I was like, huh, let me just read this, and I was like, okay, 10 dudes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of
See,
course.
I need like at least a monster in there or something.
Right.
Bingo. Yeah.
I know.
Diversify
I
the
know.
hire, please. My God.
I know.
10 straight white men.
Don't fuck each other.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like if my boyfriends aren't boyfriends, I don't want it.
Yeah.
You need to read Pucking Around.
I know, I really do.
Ooh.
Have you read
There's
that show?
boyfriends in there.
I have not. I've heard a lot of good things though.
I saw your list and I was like, nice. She's read a lot.
I just like that is the epitome of what I want in my book. My, all-time favorite thing, definitely Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac. Like that's
Yes.
exactly what I want. I want fantasy. I want some dark romance in there, which they have. And then
Mm-hmm.
I want a really good plot, really good world building. So that gave me everything. And I haven't been able to find as good of a why choose since.
Yeah, I am on the hunt. I'm actually in the middle of a white shoes right now, but it's not fantasy, and I don't know, I'm just taking my time with it, but it's like short, sweet. Um,
Mhm.
but there's another one I've read that I'm gonna talk about also, but it's Omegaverse.
Okay,
And
I like
the books are
Omegaverse.
still coming out, and they're so good. They're on Kindle Unlimited. I'm like, I'm trying to get Janie to read these. They're
I don't know if
so
she's
good.
ready. I want her to get into the Omegaverse. I just don't know if she's ready yet.
Yeah, this is a Megaverse wide chew, so
Yeah, that's
perfect.
besides Psycho Shifters, I think the only other Omegaverse why choose I read is Fortune Fay Academy, which is really good. I did not finish that one yet, sadly. I started the last book. I have not finished it. Usually I would say to start with Elemental Fay Academy first. That one's a
Okay.
why choose, and that one is not Omegaverse, but that kind of sets up like the world building.
Okay.
Although the main character isn't as cool, I would say, as the Fortune Fay Academy character. But then they have a whole bunch of different. They have after that there's like Midnight Fay Academy, which I really liked as well. That one's not why choose though. That one I think is just um like the girl and the guy, one girl, one guy. But that
Okay.
one had a really good plot that I liked. And Fortune Fay Academy, Omegaverse, love it. But like the characters kind of get introduced throughout the other books, so it's like that's how you kind of find out about them. But like you could totally go into it blind, like you don't have to read the other books ahead of time, but it just gives you like a little bit of a, snapshot of who the next main character is going to be.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I liked it
Nice.
more than how Psycho Shifters and Blood of Hercules is written. Like they don't really shove the other character down your throat, like how Medusa was shoved down our throat, and
Hmm.
the Psycho Shifters, I forget the next main character's name in that, but like they kind of shove that character down your throat and are like, you have to like this person. This person's likable. Look, they're likable. They're likable. Whereas in the Fae Academy ones that I'm talking about, it kind of just like, oh, we briefly mentioned this person and you think you're never going to hear about them again. And then they end up being the MC or FMC of the next book. And it's like, but you didn't hear so much about them that like you're kind of like, oh, I already don't like this person, you know?
Yeah, you don't have any
Yeah.
preconceived notions about how the character is going to
Exactly.
Talking
be.
about
Not
reverse.
harem or something like that.
Yeah, we're talking about some why choose,
We're talking about
the
boys
life,
kissing boys.
boys
We were.
kissing boys.
Those are some of the good ones. When the boyfriends are boyfriends.
And I feel like there's not enough of that. Like genuinely, like we're not getting enough.
No.
I don't know who's gonna write that for me specifically. Send it to me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Emily Rath has
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yes,
She,
and
so
shout
yeah,
out
pucking
Emily
around.
Raff.
Pucking around is that, and then I was telling Jill, I don't know if you heard. The third one is MMF. So that
Ooh.
one's also it. And then the fourth one is just Meow Meow. So
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
yeah, they're so good.
Ooh.
Trying to think like the others on my list, I'm like, no.
Eh.
No. But yeah, I've told you about the series, Janie. It's called A Pack of Cozy. That is the Omegaverse. Why choose?
Yes, you have
That's the first one.
the reaction I have is because when you were describing it to me, I was like, this is a literally like a cozy read reverse harem, and I was like, how the fuck? What do you mean? Like it stumped me. I could not wrap it around my little tiny brain. Like I just was
It
like,
is.
no, it just doesn't make sense. How do you have that? And you're like, no, it's like really good. I like really am enjoying it. And I'm just like, what? How?
Yeah, the fourth one's gonna be out soon, and I'm like, I need this.
Right.
The
Oh my
fifth one's not
god.
until February, and I'm like,
But on the plus side, for that like really niche group of people that have also read this series, which I know that they're out
yeah,
there,
they
for
are.
that for that like really niche group of 10 people that have read this fucking series, you can do a series recap. And so finally those people can have just exactly what
Yes.
they've been yearning for. Um so
A
stay tuned
recap.
for that. Devotees.
We yearn for the recaps.
We've had a special request for a recap actually, for the games that gods play. Have you read that, Jill?
Oh my god, I was going to start that one. I've not read it yet.
Okay.
I'll Hey, I will
Yeah.
read it for you guys.
Okay.
Yes, we need to read it too. So
Yeah, yeah. If you read it and you if you want to provide us a little recap, there,
Hey, I'm
there may
down.
be some we may be able to reimburse you
Oh my
it,
god,
in
no.
the form of a kiss on the forehead and a hug.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. That's
Yes.
the exact compensation I was looking for, actually.
I knew it. I know.
Sure.
That's like what most people charge in this day and age. I think is a very reasonable rate. Um,
Oh yeah.
Everything is
so
expensive.
what
I'll
did
just
you
take
just
a
say?
hug. But everything is expensive. Like, I'll just take a hug.
You know, sometimes
Yeah,
just and we're all just like touch starved, and it is what it
Yeah.
is. So,
that's true.
Very true.
what other series have we not talked about yet that Jill has read?
I know.
Oh my god. Okay, there's one that I need to give spoilers.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the
Spoiler.
Mate Games. Okay, this is gonna be spoilers for the Mate Games. No one should ever read these goddamn books. They are the absolute worst reverse harem I think I've ever read. Worse than Savage Six. I'm 100% serious. This is by um Kay Lorraine and Meg Ann. You guys, I'm sorry. You guys made a shit ass series. It's so fucking bad. It's so the complete spoilers. The main character, she's like the daughter of like Satan or something. Like it's so fucking stupid. She goes to this academy. She finds a bunch of boys that fall in love with her. One's like some fucking Viking. I don't even remember what the other people were. And then, or there's like a vampire, maybe a wolf. And then one of them's this like priest teacher, and like it was going okay, right? Until, I mean, it wasn't really going okay. The writing was really bad, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. And the last book, she gets pregnant, okay? She
Oh.
gets pregnant, and come to find out, her
Huh.
mom, who's Satan's a woman in
Oh.
this one, or like Lucifer or whatever. Come to find out, the mom wanted her to have the baby because her baby's gonna bring about the end of the world. And so the fucking priest like kidnaps her and like tries to like force her to have an abortion. She's like, I'm having this baby, like I don't know why you would do this. This is, you can't treat me like this, blah blah blah. Which obviously, like, no one should be forced to go through that, but like, bitch,
Yes.
if your baby's gonna cause the end of the world, maybe you might want to rethink that. But like, she's so set on having this fucking baby, and then the priest like gives in and is like, all right, whatever, I guess you can have the baby. Yeah,
So,
it was so bad.
All
couple of
over the place, it sounds like.
Yeah.
couple of things to unpack here. Okay. First of all, it seems a little counterproductive to what we know about the priesthood for him to
Yes.
want for him to want her to have an abortion.
Yeah.
That seems a little anti-God, in my humble opinion.
Okay, but if it's Satan's grandchild, does that change it?
If you're a good Christian, it does not. It does not. And I'm speaking from an evangelical point of view, okay? So,
Hmm.
and this is not a personal opinion that I share, okay? I just want to make that crystal clear to everyone out there. But there's a little bit to unpack here. If you were a priest, right? And I don't know exactly the context of the religion. I don't know what kind of priest, he is, right?
Yeah.
But it just seems to pick a character to want her to do the abortion.
Yep.
Why are we picking the priest? Why is it?
Yeah.
What do you?
So the reason why it's the priest is because he's the one that like first finds out about the prophecy and like figures it out, and like he doesn't want to go to any of the others once he like realizes about the prophecy, and he's like, I have to save the world type shit. And it's like, bro, shut up. I hated it. I hate this. I hate you. It
I would
it
be
was
saying the
such
exact
trash.
same thing. I would be because like
It was so bad.
I would be sitting there
Mhm.
like, what?
Yeah.
Who?
And like I got all the way to the last book.
Mhm.
I think I DNF'd like beginning or halfway through the last book.
Right.
I don't even know how I made it that far. All of the writing was so
Yeah.
bad. Characters were so like thin. They're
Mm.
fucking see-through because there's no meat to them at all. No character development. They all sucked. Main character sucked. Randomly throwing in Satan in like the last two books was so fucking weird.
I mean,
I
I can get on board with that. I love a satanic cult. Little hook line. I've been getting into my I'm in my cult era. But
We're always in our cult era.
but yeah. So that's interesting. I love that they made Satan a woman.
Yeah.
power to the
Um
women.
hate that they made the apocalypse a child.
Yeah.
But also, if you think about it,
Yeah.
Apocalypse as a first name for a child kind of goes hard. So,
You know
You
what?
know
It
what?
does.
yeah.
You know what? You're right.
So, Apocalypse, like, what would be their full name? Like, Apocalypse. Somebody come up with a middle name here.
Richards.
Dorime.
Osmodius.
Oh,
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Osmodius.
Osmodius. Satanius.
Whatever. Yes, Satanius.
You know
He
what?
gets
That's kind of
baptized.
iconic. That whole it just all of it just seems like really if you know from you've taken you've removed yourself from the situation of reading the series and you've taken a
Mm-hmm.
step back and you've maybe realized this is kind of comedy gold. Like if we just take away the fact that it's supposed to be a reverse harem and maybe we throw a little bit of comedy into it. Now it's kind of funny. It's kind of I would be like, "Oh, I would read this cuz it's like stupid." But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid comedy. Yeah.
right. So interesting. I love that. I love that. I love when people just try shit. They just try it and they're like, "Yeah, I'm putting this out on the internet for everyone ever."
Let me read you
You're-
guys the description, okay?
I'm
Yes,
ready. I'm
please.
ready.
Help you get a better understanding. So, I rejected my fated mate and didn't regret it for a second until now. Shipped off to Ravenscroft University, a graduate school for the supernatural elite. I have a lot to live up to. As the heir to America's most powerful pack, my life up to now has been spent in a gilded cage, but not for the reason you might think. I was locked away, not to be protected, but because I was born broken. A disappointment to them all, a wolf who couldn't shift. This is supposed to be my fresh start, but my past won't leave me alone. Not when he's here, the arrogant wolf shifter who ruined my life after I turned him down 7 years ago. Now I'm a pariah, followed by the rumors my rejected mate has spread, sorry. Hated by my classmates, isolated again from everyone but them. A vampire prince, a forbidden priest, a powerful demigod, a bully wolf. I'm playing a dangerous game, and the rules say I can't be with them. Then again, the rules are made to be broken, and when every moment spent with them brings me closer to finding my wolf, how can I stay away? I forgot she was part wolf.
Okay, period. A lot to
Huh.
unpack here. Um, first and number one thing, what are we gonna stop naming things Ravenscroft? How
Yeah.
Thank
many
you.
fucking books
How many
is the
Ravens things?
thank you.
Yeah.
How many academies are gonna be Raven related? Are we done with that? Can anybody else conceive of a more creative fucking name, please? What are we doing? I'm
Yeah.
not that's the number one. I couldn't as soon as you mentioned that I was like, I hate it. I don't what do you mean? Every place is called that. This is not unique.
I was like, of course she's there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I was so
Mm-hmm.
like if I were to read that description, I would be immediately confused
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to sit there and reread it like 4 or 5 times to be like, and what is this about? And who are the characters? And she's what? But it was 7 years ago, and if she just joined school, so that would make her like 13. So like, what are we? What's the timeline? I'm like, I need the receipts. I need the receipts. This is not giving me what I need it to give. Period. Like, this is too confusing. There's just too many moving
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah. Too many elements. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
how are they related? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
yeah. I'm stuck on the priest. I
I know.
I'm stuck on the
Well, see,
priest.
he's supposed to be like the, taboo romance, like professor, student, priest, not priest, you know, and he's just insufferable as a character.
Yeah.
He's annoying, obsessed with her, but also not like hates himself because he's obsessed with her, like that kind of type. Which like that trope can work, like when like Gabriel's kind of like that in Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac,
Yeah.
but he's redeemed in that.
He's
The
so good.
priest, how are you gonna? He's kind of redeemed, and then he tries to kill her baby, which he might be his. So
Not
Yeah.
not him trying to kill Apocalypse Osmosius Satania when it's his literal flesh and blood. Right. Right. It seems like the call may be coming from inside the chapel. I'm just saying. Um, you might want to take a look in the scrying pool. I just feel like I just
yeah.
combined like a bunch of bullshit. Anyways, I know everything. I know religion. I know all about God and Jesus. I know it all. Everything.
Jesus.
I know it all. Yeah. So, yeah, great. Thank you so much for sharing. What else we got?
That's funny. Like the note on this is just so funny. I was like, "Ooh, I need to hear about this." So I'm glad you brought it up because it said this is absolute dog shit book series. Capital letters.
Yeah.
Like she
Don't
is
ever read
yelling.
that,
Well, now
please.
I
For
feel like I need to
love.
read it just because.
Yeah, I mean, you can read it for like going into it to
Knowing
laugh,
everything.
but like you cannot go into that book seriously. It pissed me off.
Good
Period.
to know. Mm-hmm.
One book that I think people are going to be really upset about is The Bonds That Tie. I DNF that series. It's some people's all-time favorite, and it has really good reviews. And I really liked it at first. It's another good like fantasy one. And this one I think I didn't like that much though because it took place in the US and there wasn't enough world building for me and there was way too much like politics going on. Like I can have politics. I love a good like historical romance, but this was way too much about like the war with like the normie people or whatever and it was irritating me getting prepared for the war and it was too much. I was over it. I was like, I'd rather hear about her relationship with her boyfriends. Like, come on.
So you're saying that
That
it was
one.
like too heavily into the fantasy aspect of it.
No, it wasn't fantasy enough for me. It was
Mm.
too, like, it took place in the US.
Okay.
Already red flag number one. Not even a new world or anything. Pissed me off. There's like, I think it was like East Coast versus West Coast and like people with powers versus people without powers kind of thing. And like it was too much to keep up with kind of thing also, like all of the politics going on, who doesn't like who, why don't they like these people, yada 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 yada, and I'm like, I just want her to build her relationship with her boyfriends. I don't care about any of this other shit that's going on.
Okay, period. Period. I really wouldn't want to hear about like, you know, South Dakota either. I wouldn't care
Yeah.
so much.
Mhm.
They blew up.
Thank you for watching from South Dakota.
Hey, shout out to
Oh my
our South
god.
Dakota followers, our devotees over in South Dakota. Um, right. Understood. Understood. You said you
Yeah.
need to make up a world, honey. I don't want to be
I
hearing
know.
about the
Yeah.
one that I'm living in.
I know that's what like I think that's another thing why I like fantasy so much is because it takes me to a different world. Like you get to escape, you don't have to think about what's going on in our world right now and it's like it's too boring for me having it in the US, and then stupid. And it's not even like politics that are like, demons versus humans, like some kind of like something more interesting like that. It's just like West versus East Coast or, rich people versus poor people kind of thing. And I'm like, can we not like we get enough of this in the real world? Like give me
Yeah,
something else.
absolutely. Absolutely. It's Biggie versus Tupac type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, we know how that went.
Yeah.
We do.
Um,
Damn. What's funny is that this is on my list of what to read because I keep seeing it everywhere. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, you guys might like it. It's just, I mean, you guys can also read non-fantasy books too. So, like, it's not fantasy enough for me. I think that's my biggest pet peeve with this one.
that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. And you're just for the one time you're entitled to your opinion. And
This is once.
Thank you, thank
you're
you.
entitled to your opinion. You like what you like. You definitely have like a flavor that you enjoy more so over others. I think I'm still trying to figure out what my flavor of white shoes is. At the end of the day, I've done literally one white shoes series, and that's it. So I'm trying
Mhm.
to dip my little toeskies in there and get some more on my roster. But same thing with like dark romance too. Like I haven't done too much of that. So
I'm getting more into that.
mm,
So I have a lot more, and I'm just like, okay, I don't
yeah,
mind.
yeah, yeah. Like some of it is fine. Like I can just power through it. Kiss of the Basilisk, right? Hey, actually, that's a white shoes too. Um,
I haven't finished it.
well, it is. So,
I gotta
spoiler
start that
alert.
one.
Spoiler. All right. Thanks for joining us on our
Thank
white
you.
shoes discussion
Yes.
today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. So,
Yeah. Signing off.
signing off from your leaders
Our
I don't know what
leaders
else you wanted. Oh, from your leaders.
to
to
our
our divas.
devotees.
Devotees.
See you next
See you
time.
next time.
Bye.
That just reminds me of the audiobook I listened to last week.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
God.
I remember when I brought that up to you, I was like, have you heard of this? And you're like, I've actually read it.
He does say that, so
Oh,
He
yeah.
does. When he's coming, or. I knew it.
guess who voices him?
No. Are you
Who are you-
serious? We can't keep talking about him.
I
We
know.
literally can't. It's like we're gonna get a harassment lawsuit. I'm not even joking you.
Oh, my God.
We literally will, dude. He's gonna serve us with a cease and desist and be
Cease
like,
and desist.
"You bitches are done. Stop."
Stop talking about me.
This episode of the podcast, we showed up outside his house.
Guys, this is where he lives.
Oh my God. Well, we've already given him a middle name, so it's like we're pretty much
We
at
did.
that point. So,
We
yeah.
did give him a middle name.